Good morning, Rabbi Rabotai. We are continuing on Shulchan Aruch Orach Chaim, Siman Sadi Bet in Hilchot Tefillah, and we're up to Sif Bet in the Kuf Chaf Hey Amud Aleph of the regular prince of Mishna Berura. Maran writes, and this is again coming from Bet Yosef, from Tshuvot of the Rashba, Rabbi Shlomo ben Aderet, in the very first chelik of his Tshuvot. We discussed before what happens if you want to start tefillah and you need the bathroom. You need to use the bathroom, whether or not you're allowed to daven. If you were in dire need of bathroom and you davened, we mentioned that perhaps that tefillah does not count. You have to daven again. But what if you checked yourself, you didn't need anything beforehand, and now you're standing in the middle of davening and you say, oh, I need to go to the bathroom. You checked yourself before tefillah, you didn't need to go to the bathroom. In be'emtzat tfilato nitorer lo tava, I started feeling an urge to go to the bathroom. Yami, that's what yigmor v'lo yafsik. You cannot stop. You hold yourself until you finish the tefillah. And not only that, in beshat kriyat shema u'birchotah nitorer, if you started having the urge of going to the bathroom in the middle of kriyat shema and birchot kriyat shema, ben liktanim, ben likdolim, whether it's number one, number two, koreh kedarko, you continue reading, even though that you could, technically speaking, stop, move. You don't have the prohibition of moving around like you have in the midst of your tefillat Shemona Esrei, but nevertheless, you finish it up, you go until the end. V'davka, says the Ramah, a clarification, she'eino mitaveh kol kach di'it b'mishum bal tshaksu. Says the Ramah, that's only if you're not already in dire need of going to the bathroom, which then you will be over an bal tshaksu et nafshotechem. You can't make yourself disgusting. If you really need to go to the bathroom right now, then your body is tshaksu, and that you cannot continue. Aval belav hachi yoter tov lafsik. But says the Ramah, even without that, is better to stop and to use the bathroom, and we have to understand what that exactly means. And the Shulchan Aruch continues, if you want to stop, to walk away, to go to the bathroom, and then come back and continue, you could do that. You're not obligated, but you could do it. So let's understand this together. Says the Mishna Berura, talking about the scenario in which you did not need to use the bathroom before you started tefillah, and then you started amidst your tefillah, you felt that you now need to go, and therefore, if you need to go right now, even if you need to go for tzoah, for number two, you can't stop in the middle of your Shemona Esrei. And of course, after you finish Shemona Esrei, you have to go right away. You can't wait for even answering Nakdishach, because that's already a new topic, and a new topic you're not allowed to do when you already have an urge to go to the bathroom. And B'shat Kriyat Shema, says the Mishnah Berura, even though that in Kriyat Shema you could move around, it's not like Asur, you have to stand in one place like Shemona Esrei, but nevertheless, you could still finish up likrot kedarko, yachol likrot kedarko, ven sarich lafsik. Why? Because you checked yourself before, and before you started, you didn't have the need. But nevertheless, says the Ramah at the end, that it's better to stop it if you can. Even though that you can hold yourself until you finish Kriyat Shema and its brachot, it's better to stop whatever you're reading, both for number one, number two, and then go use the bathroom and come back, mishum isur bal tshaksu, because of the isur of Bal tshaksu. Now, Mishnah Berura says, "V'kai aresha gam atfilah." This is not just talking about Shema and the brachot of Shema, but it's talking also in duration of Shemona Esrei. And Magen Avraham says Take a look at Magen Avraham. ומסיק בסיבור after what addition model הרשב"א, דאין להפסיק באמצע התפילה מפני כבוד הבריות. In middle of tzibur, if you're not davening b'yachid, and you're standing in Shemona Esrei, in the middle of the tzibur, even the Rashba, even the other poskim, the Turbat Hadeshin, agrees with the Rashba that you don't have to stop because of kavod habriyot. ואפילו ביחיד יש לסמוך גם כן על הרשב"א, לא יפסיק, and even when you're b'yachid, you could rely on Rashba if you want to, and continue your tefillah. You're not mechuyav to go to the bathroom in the middle, because before tefillah, you checked yourself, you didn't need, you were mindful of it, and now the urge came right in the middle of tefillah. Therefore, you don't have to stop it in the middle, but you can if you want. Ve'im ratzah, akriyat shema del'el mineh kai, the talui birtzono. It depends on a person's choice. It's by kriyat shema. If you want, you could do it, but if you want to stop, you could also do that. You could continue, or you could stay away and go use the bathroom in the middle. But by tefillah, in that scenario, in that same scenario, you're not allowed to move until you finish your tefillah. Now, the Shulchan Aruch in Sif Gimel writes, "Sarich kodem tefillah la'asir kicho v'ni'o." Before tefillah, a person should take away anything that bothers them, v'kol davar hatordo, anything that stops your kavanah and distracts you. You should take care of those things before tefillah. If you need to blow your nose, if you need to you have a mucus, if you have anything that bothers you that's going to take away from your kavanah during the tefillah, you stop, you take care of that, and you then start the tefillah. Of course, if you're getting alerts on your phone and so on, the phone should not be part of the tefillah altogether, right? Because that's davar tordo. As we will see later on, you can't even hold something that you're scared to drop during the course of tefillah either, right? So it's a whole machloket whether or not you could daven from the cell phone, right? You have the cell phone. Many people have apps, smart sidur, many other things. Can you daven from your cell phone? There's a halacha in Shulchan Aruch that anything that if you would drop, it would become a loss for you. Let's say if you have a crystal glass in your hand, can you daven like that with a crystal glass in your hand? No, you cannot, because if you drop it, you will break it, and it takes away some of your kavanah, some of your attention in the tefillah. You cannot do that. So how about the phone? It's $1,000 phone, even if you have a cheaper one, but still something that you don't want it to break. So can you daven from it? That's one. Two is if you have everything popping up, the notifications on the phone, that's another thing. Davar atordo. You see, oh, Ploni Almoni just had a baby boy, right? Came a notification. Somebody just texted me. Someone just posted something, and that of course is going to be a problem as well. But Shulchan Aruch says even natural things. You need to blow your nose. You need to take out the mucus. That's something that's also important to take care of before you start your tefillah. Now, before we go on, there is one mashma'ut that I want to read to you, that the Mishnah Berura seems to say that in the previous if in Berura Halacha that we did not read, that it says even if you're learning Torah and you want to start a seder with yourself, you're not in a bit midrash necessarily even, and before you started learning, you didn't have any urge to go to the bathroom, and in the middle of your daf yomi, amud yomi, Mishna, whatever it is that you're learning, you have to finish a certain amount, a parak of Mishnayot, and in the middle you feel that now you need to go to the bathroom, even though that you assess that you can't hold yourself until 72 minutes, even with that, mutar lo ligmor et ha'inyan, says the Berura Halacha, you could finish the Mishnah that you're in, the Perek that you're in, the Amud that you're in, whatever it is that you're doing, and then go on with using the bathroom. Now, the Or Letzion and Chacham Obadia, both of them write that if you can't hold yourself for 72 minutes, it's better, even though that there are matirim, Berura is one of them, that allows you to do that, it's best to stop the limud and go use the bathroom and come back. We already mentioned that Ben Ish Chai is very specific about this. He says, absolutely, you should not continue learning. In the Daf of Zohar, whatever it is that you're learning, stop in the middle, go use the bathroom, because it's bad. When you need the bathroom, it's tum'ah on you, and so on and so forth. Now, both Ben Ish Chai and Kaf HaChaim say that in any scenario, you should not finish what you're learning, and you should just go to the bathroom immediately, right? Chacham Obadia is a little bit more understanding. He says, if it's going to cause bitul Torah, it's going to be a big difference, because you have to go stand in line, or the bathroom is very far, and so on and so forth. In that case, Chacham Obadia says, okay, just learn, finish up, and then go, because you have what to rely on. You have the Mishna Berura, you have other poskim. Ben Ish Chai would not hear of any of that. He says, go to the bathroom regardless, in the middle, whenever you need it. So that's one element. And the other element is that Berura Al-Chad, the end says, if you have just a little bit of an urge to go to the bathroom, but you could hold yourself for 72 minutes. It's just a little, you feel that you want to go to the bathroom, but it's not something urgent. You could wait 72 minutes. Says the Berura Al-Chad, in that case, you don't have to be mahmir at all. You could continue your learning, no problem. And Chacham Obadia also says the same thing. Chacham Obadia says, you urge less than, more than parsa, more than 72 minutes, you can hold yourself, you don't need to stop. You don't need to stop. You could continue, finish your learning. And he says that even if you are mesupak, sometimes it's hard. It says, Rabbi, how do I know if 72 minutes, it's hard to know if in 5 minutes I could, sometimes it's difficult. 72 minutes is a long time. It's an hour and 15 minutes. So, hour of fifth, which is hour and 12 minutes. And in this case, will be flat minutes of 60-second minutes. It's hard to know if you could hold yourself for that long. So it says, if you're mesupak, you could be mekil, because the whole thing is darabanan. Therefore, safek darabanan, lakil. If you're mesupak, you think maybe I could hold myself for 72 minutes. That's good enough to be mekel, and you're allowed to wait until you finish the daf, whatever it is that you're learning, and then go. And the Ben Ish Chai and Kaf HaChaim, they say, again, as we mentioned this many times, they say as long as you have a hit orderut, you need to go to the bathroom. Even if you can hold yourself 72 minutes, stop, drop, and go to the bathroom, and then continue afterwards. We are up to Nas If Dalit. We'll continue this in the days to come.